So, welcome back everybody to another video of me playing. Oh, sorry, I think I've loaded up the wrong game here. So, welcome back to Elite Dangerous. And yeah, that small snippet you just saw is how another unmentioned space game currently looks for me as a user of an crossfire solution. And it's absolutely unplayable and will crash occasionally. So I'm stuck with playing Elite, which is very, very unfortunate for me, of course, but I'll just about manage. So I wanted to show you a little bit of the current run of things I'm doing here. I've upgraded to Laken 6, which is currently the third heaviest spaceship in the game. It's rather featureless. The only good thing it has 100 tons of freight capacity, and I'm using this currently to slowly grind my way up to the Laken 9 and hopefully shortly afterwards to the Anaconda. And just wanted to show you this. Unfortunately, this really is a bit of a grind because you're stuck from 200,000 to 3.5 million that you need to earn to get the next ship, the Laken 9. You're stuck with this, and even when you're running the most profitable routes currently in the game, you are stuck for quite a while on using it. So as you can see me here, this is me doing one of my usual runs and showing off a little bit of what it looks like when you stumble upon another player in this hyperspace faster than light speed, or perhaps not currently faster than light, but you know what I mean. And another thing that I recently bought, but you will see that later on in this video already have gotten rid of again, is the automatic docking computer, which enables you to just close to a station and then throttle down, and the computer will take over everything that you really want to, or that you have to do. But while it's beautiful, and I wanted to share this with you here, it's in the long term it's much too slow, and I've opted to remove it again to use it to manual dock. So, you get bonus points if this automatic docking procedure didn't make you seasick. I somehow think they sometimes deliberately programmed it so that you swirl around a little bit more. And as you can see, you're coming into for docking. This is all hands off.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
And yes, that was the computer. Well, I'm fairly guilty of scraping the floors on a number of stations that I've come to lately. The computer doesn't fare much better. And here we're at another space station that we're docking to. Now we'll show you a little bit more of a similar station at the end of the video. With the Lake and 6, you have a much better overview of your surroundings,
Engines disengaged.
which comes in handy especially for the landing because you can actually see. So,
Warning. Detecting hostile scan.
I wanted to show you this part because this is currently the route that I'm doing, which nets me about I think 250,000 credits per run. It's by 250,000 credits I mean just the profits. So we start out in Nangka-Kian and head out to Word with some crop harvesters. And as you can see here, we're soon at the Vonnerberg Cooperative, which is, by the way, one of the things I wanted to show you. So just editing out the small loading screen here, and there you have one of the newer space stations. Of course, there will be additional types of stations in the next phase of the beta. But it's very nice. The quality of the models, even on these stations, is just amazing. And we'll basically just go here and sell our crop harvesters and buy some tea. You can do this with other things as well, and you have to check regularly. There are several different websites that
Request granted.
keep the latest info and the latest prices on a lot of these goods handy. because as with any player-driven economy, I could basically see when I was doing my rounds, I could see the profits diminishing as prices were adjusting a little bit more, in parts to me actually shipping goods from point A to point B. So, just wanted to show you this particular one because I stumbled upon this last night by accident, more or less. And just look at it. Yes, people here around here can't fly as well, but still. How often do you land right beside some palm trees?
Docking successful.
Yeah, I don't even walk up to landing, which is nice. So, basically what we do here is buy some fuel for the next part of the for the next leg of the flight, and then sell them for about a little bit more, over 50,000 credits in profit from this leg alone. And here we'll now get some tea. There we go.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
And we will bring that to LHS 3262, which is actually beyond the single jump rate. You will see. I will go over Echio, or however you're going to spell that. Or pronounce that. And from there we'll go on to LHS 3262 and sell us stuff at the Louis de Luciel prospect.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
And right now, this really does feel a little bit like what playing Euro Truck Simulator must feel like, because you're basically doing the same routes, not doing much sightseeing or any other stuff.
Drive charging.
Just carefully reading the charts with the economic data from the different goods and the rates, and figuring out which is the best route to trade in. And cutting here to the Louis de LaSalle prospect, where we take up fuel again and then exchange our tea for some auto fabricators, which we'll bring back to Nangtakian for I think roughly 110,000 credits in profit. As you can see, I'm currently at about 1.4 million credits, which means I only have 2 million to go until I can buy the Leighton 9 and hopefully use the additional 340 freight capacity to speed this whole process up a little bit and make my way to the biggest ship in the game right now, the Anaconda. The interesting thing here is that I'm currently running this ship basically bare bone, so I have no equipment
Ship released.
in this
Engines
ship
engaged.
installed. Basically, you could go for things like point defense turrets and chaff launchers and even turreted weapons for self-defense, but all of these things basically add weight to your freighter, and then you couldn't actually do this jump basically in one leg, and you had to stop by in another system. So it pays dividends to basically
Drive charging.
run as stock and as bare bone as you can. So after we come up or spool up to this jump, I'll show you a little flyby, and here we are at Hay Point. This basically concludes our little round trip for today, and I just wanted to show you this because this is quite a spectacular station as well. And by the way, the another really kind of drawback for the Laken 6 is basically it has very bad heat management. When you're spooling up to a jump, you basically go from 50% heat observation to 100%, if you're not careful, even above that. And when you're doing 2 consecutive jumps, you either have to wait very long to cool down in the stopover system, or you're risking basically damaging your ship, because over 150% heat dissipation, you actually take damage to your ship. This is what I really love about this game. The quality of the assets, not only the graphical assets, but the sound assets as well. It's just gorgeous, and they put this all very, very good together. I mean, I've said in my previous videos, the graphical glitches that you see sometimes seem to originate from my Crossfire setup, but I mean, if you just for a second compare that to the snippet I showed you at the beginning, and there you see it again, the planet that is flickering a little bit. If you compare that to the snippet from the beginning of the video, I think you know that it could be much worse, and both of these titles have been in development roughly for the same time, and while both visually impressive assets, each time I compare them, and I do compare them, I have to admit, I feel like Elite is just so much more polished and so much more awesome to look at least in the current state. And that's all we can at this point judge books by their current covers. So we come in here to Hay Station.
Docking successful.
Rather smooth landing from me. Yeah, I've cut out all the bad landings. Trust me, I have those. More than enough. And we're here selling our... Where are they? The automated fabrications. And making a nice profit. So 1.8 million, only roughly 1.4 to go. And with it, this little shot of me going back to the hangar. I want to leave you for today. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in the next one. Bye.